Hello everyone, this is Saurian Target coming back at you with another Carnivores Top 5 video, where today we're going to be looking at the top 5 Ice Age animals in the Carnivores games. So basically what this list is, in my opinion, the top 5 animals in Carnivores Ice Age. Now, this video will only include the original Ice Age animals from the PC game, so no Hyaenodon or Doedicurus or new Ice Age beasts from the mobile port. Those animals will contend for a spot in a separate video covering the top 5 animals in the entire Carnivores franchise. So without further ado, let's begin. So breaking in this top 5 for us today is Brontoteri at number 5. Now, I can hear some of you thinking already, it's not a Brontoteri, it's a Brontotherium. It even says so on the wiki. And you're absolutely right. This thing is a Brontotherium. But it's also not. This is a large, hairy alien living on an alien planet that just so happens to look like a Brontotherium. The Dino Hunt marketing intern just named it as best he could because he is not well versed in paleontology like you lovely people. So now that the white mammoth in the room has been addressed, out of all the Ice Age animals, why is Brontoteri number 5? Well, because it's kind of awesome. Out of all the Ice Age herbivores, I've got to say that this thing looks the coolest. And it's massive. Second only in size to the mammoth, this thing is super cheap to hunt, super easy to hit, and super cool to observe. A huge hairy rhino with a massive double horn? What could be better than that? Not you. Certainly not you. So Brontoteri, number 5. So moving down to our number 4 spot is Diatryma, or Gastornis, if you need to be politically correct about it. Now, Diatryma is unique in that it's the only Ice Age creature that's not a mammal. All of its behaviors and animations are very similar to the dinosaurs that live down south on the planet. This automatically sets it apart from the many furry, four-legged beasts it shares its home with, and makes it a very sought-after specimen for the trophy room. Diatryma is also a very worthy adversary. Hunting it is much like hunting a, say, Spinosaurus. It will wander about, stop to scratch the ground for a bit, then continue on. If startled, it will flee, but if agitated, it will attack in a zigzag pattern before leaping onto its prey. The Diatryma is unique for its territory, and comes in at number 4. So next on our list is the number 3 pick, the woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth is the largest and most easily recognizable creature living in the polar wastelands of FMMUV-32, and is one of the largest creatures on the entire planet. Now, despite its massive size, it is relatively easy to bring down with a powerful weapon, and easy to spot because it's so big. It does, however, make a pretty awesome trophy as it towers above everything else in the trophy room. The mammoth is, in fact, nicknamed King of the Ice Age Winter in the Dinopedia, so this iconic animal comes in at number 3. Perhaps not quite as iconic, but no less recognizable, the number 2 pick on this list is the Smilodon. Easily the most dangerous polar predator, the Smilodon is rightfully described as extremely dangerous. It's one of the few carnivores on the planet that poses an actual threat while hunting, as it is one of the few that will actually hunt you back. Like most mammals of the planet, but unlike most dinosaurs, the Smilodon actually can't make sharp turns if it misses the hunter. This gives tactful hunters a huge opportunity to take advantage of the beast's immobility, and thus end it before it ends them. If a Smilodon catches the hunter, the beast will grasp him in its jaws and smash him into the ground. A very similar tactic to the bear, yes, but the Smilodon did it first, and therefore gets all the credit. And that's why the super aggro Smilodon takes the number 2 spot. You've hunted and hunted for it. You spent hours grinding through mammoths and Smilodon to reach that 1,000 point mark. Then, you finally hit your goal and unlock the one, the only, the Yeti. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 Carnivores Ice Age creature is the Yeti, the only cryptid in the Carnivores franchise, and a truly terrifying monster. Now, to some, the Yeti was a bit disappointing, and understandably so. This thing is a chicken, fleeing from you at the first sense of trouble, which happens often because this thing's stats are through the roof. So what makes the Yeti the number 1 pick? 2 reasons. First of all, its design. As I said before, this is the only cryptid in the Carnivores franchise, and its design is awesome. It's enormous, with arms almost as long as its entire body, which it uses to propel itself at high speeds across the landscape. Seriously, this thing hardly ever uses its feet. Speaking of feet, what a unique design. Instead of the stereotypical Bigfoot feet, the creators went with a three-toed dinosaur-like foot, which adds even more mystery to what evolutionary influences this creature attained. Who were the dominant species on the planet, and what did they look like? And what other cryptid-like beasts live on FMMUV32? The Yeti opens up an entire separate branch of alien creature study on the dinosaur planet, and is likely just the first of its kind. Second, the Yeti's saving grace, which is Ice Age Mobile. As previously mentioned, the Yeti was an enormous coward on the original PC game. This made it a challenge to hunt, but not in a particularly good or fun way. So in the Ice Age Mobile port, the devs spruced up its AI, and it's now a terrifying creature to hunt. If only the controls on the app weren't so garbage. So the Yeti definitely comes in at number 1. So there you have it, guys. Those are my views on what I consider the top 5 Ice Age animals in the Carnivores franchise. But what did you think of the list? Were there any that I forgot or that would have made a better contender for the number 1 spot? What's your favorite Carnivores Ice Age animal? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.
Received.